It's recording, right? So we're holding today Daf Yamud Aleph. Continuation of yesterday, we're speaking about where's the makkah. We learned there's machlekes tanoim when we have to stop eating chametz in our Pesach. But everyone agrees that in our Pesach, we have to stop eating the chametz, and the chametz has to be burned. Question is, where the makkah is the source, you have to stop eating. You have to burn the chametz in our Pesach. Maybe you have to burn chametz on Pesach by night. It says in the Torah that by Yom Rishon, that special means the first day. So we explained yesterday, differently mudim, how we learn now that we learn now that chametz, you have to stop eating chametz already on Erev Pesach. And when we said Barishan doesn't mean the first day. Barishan means Erev Pesach. So now the Gemara is asking the other way around. Now that you say that Erev Pesach, you have to stop eating. You have to burn your chametz. Why do we burn chametz on the night of Erev Pesach? Meaning when we check chametz, you dial by night. We should burn chametz straight away. So we're holding today. We're up to yesterday we did until the Ema Mitzafra. It's 9 lines from the top of Yamud Aleph. We explained yesterday that since chametz is mukash, since chametz is a hekesh between chametz and matzah. So just like my matzah has to be, when you eat matzah by the stay of the night, there has to be no chametz. That's for sure. It doesn't mean to burn chametz by night because there can't be chametz anymore. So you have to do chametz in Pesach. Says the Gemara that Yamud Aleph 9 lines from the top. Ema Mitzafra. Maybe sorry, not 9 lines. The Ema is 8 lines. 9 lines from the top. The Ema Lerabis Le Yudal. The Ema Lerabis Le Yudal. Maybe chametz should be burnt on the night of Yudal. The night of Pesach, we should burn chametz. How do we know that we burn chametz by day? Says the Gemara by Yom Ksiv. Says in the pasuk by Yom Rishon, by day. So by day means by day and not by night. So if so, the Ema Mitzafra, maybe we should burn it right at the beginning of the day. Why do we burn chametz by chatzos? So the Gemara says ach cholak. It says ach by Yom Rishon tashmis. So ach, the extra word ach is brought down that ach is machalak. Ach divides. The word ach divides, meaning it's telling us that the meaning doesn't take it literally. You have to divide whatever the meaning is. So now, in our context, the meaning of ach b'yom rishon won't mean that in the beginning of yom rishon you have to burn. Ach b'yom rishon means divide the day b'yom rishon into 2, and therefore we burn it by chatzos. That's one limud that we learn. Our chametz has to be burnt by yudal and by day from the word ach. We're going to bring another limud now. The Rabbi Shmuel Tana in the Bismillah of Rabbi Shmuel, they said the markers like this. We find in the Torah that Yudalit is called Rishon. Where do we find this? We find Shanama says in Pasuk Barishain Bar Ba'asar Lachedesh. It says in Pasuk that Barishain Bar Ba'asar Lachedesh in the beginning of in Barishain, the first day on the 14th of the month. So that's when. Just a second. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Barishon Matzino, we find that it says in Torah Barishon Rabbi Asad Shanikra Rishon. Shanama Barishon Rabbi Asad says that you have to eat matzah on the first day on the 14th. When is the 14th? The 14th is Erev Pesach, not Pesach. So therefore, since Torah calls just like by matzah, Barishon means on the we call just like by matzah, Torah called Barishon Rabbi Asad. So over here, when it comes to burning chametz, so Barishan means on the 14th. It doesn't have to mean on the actual day of. It doesn't have to mean on the actual the day of Pesach. That's one limit. Another limit is Nachma Yitzchak says Rishon to me Kara Mashma. Rishon doesn't mean the first. Rishon means before the first. How do we know that? The Makraka says in Pasuk Harishain Adam Tivali. The Pasuk says in Iyad, the Navi is saying, you think you were born before Adam Rishon. So Harishan Adam Tivali means Harishan. You think you are before Rishon, you're before Adam Rishon. So we see over here that Rishon doesn't always have to mean the first. Rishon can also mean before. So we mean when we says Barishan Baba Asad Rishon Ach Bayem Rishon. Bayem Rishon doesn't mean the first day of Pesach. It can mean even the day before Pesach. Says the Gemara, if so, you have a big problem because we find the Gabe Sukkot. It says in the pasuk Says in Pasuk, says in the Pasuk, you should take a lulav on the first day of Sukkot. When he says in the Torah, you should take a lulav on the first day. Everyone knows we shake lulav on the first day of Sukkot. Why is lulav any different than Pesach? Why regarding Pesach do we say Rishon means Erev Pesach, and we have to burn chametz on Erev Pesach? When it comes to lulav, we say that Rishon means the first day. You have to make up your mind. Either Rishon means Erev Pesach, either Rishon means the second, either Rishon means the day of Yom Tov. So everything might don't be proof from lulav. Shani Hasam regarding lulav, it says Shivas Yamim. Says you have to rejoice in front of the Eibishter 7 days. Ma shvi lachag, achri afrishen rishen lachag. Just like Shivas Yamim, the 7 days, the seven days of Sukkot. So to Rishen, since the Hemshel Pasuk says Rishen, so Mistam when it says Rishen, it's referring to those 7 days, the first of those 7 days. Says the Gemara, asked the question straight back. By Pesach also says, Ach bayem harishain, on the first day, tashbisu, you should burn chametz. Shivas yamim, matzah dechelu, you should eat chametz 7 days. You should eat matzah 7 days. So why regarding? So you can't answer me the Gabi Sukkot. It says the Hemshel Pasuk mentions the number of 7. So rishain, when we say the first, it probably means the first of the 7, because the Gabi Pesach also says that the first burn chametz and eat matzah for 7 days. So the first also means of the 7 days. It says the Gemara, no, because im kain nichtiv kar rishain harishain lamali. If Torah wanted to tell us that the first is of the 7 days, the first day of the 7 days, Torah could have just said ach bayim rishain on the first day. Why did it say harishain with extra hay? So the extra hay is teaching us that you have to burn chametz on the first day of Pesach, on Erev Pesach. The extra hay is teaching us on Erev Pesach. Says the Gemara, so so over there also by Sukkot there's extra word harishain. Why did it say harishain? So another question, Hasan Nechsev Bayem harishain Shabbasin V'yem hashmini Shabbasin Ema Rishon Mikara Mashma. And also over there regarding Isra Malacha, it said you can't do Malacha on Bayem harishain the first day, and also said you can't do Malacha on the 7th day. So if so, why do we say that you have to stop doing malacha? Why do we say you have to stop doing malacha on Erev Sukkot also? So the first question was from lulav. Why do we have to shake lulav Erev Sukkot? Now I'm asking a new question. Why does it say you have to shake? You have to do malacha on you have to stop doing malacha on Erev Sukkot? Says the Gemara, Shani Hasam, the Amakra says in Pasuk, Vayem Hashmini Shabbasin. Shmini the Chag. The Hemshel of Pasuk is Ovayem Hashmini Shabbasin. The 8th day there should be Shabbos and don't do malacha. So since the Torah specifies the 8th day, Shmini the Chag, the 8th day, just like the 8th day. The 8th day means the 8th day of the Yom Tov. Afrish and so when the Torah said on the first day don't do malacha, Harishain the Chag. Speaking about the first day of Yom Tov. If so, Harishain lamali. Why does it say Harishain with extra hay? The extra hay is so. Rishain means the first day of the Why say Harishain? So Gemara says Lamoti Chol Shammei. To tell us that you don't have to do malach. Harishain is to remind only the first day do malacha and don't do malacha, and the 8th day don't do malacha. But in between you can do malacha, and in between the days of Chol you can do malacha. Says the Gemara Chol Shammei. Who mentions not do malacha on Chol Hamoed? Manishan Shmini after. For the fact that Torah says that on the first day you can't do malacha, and Torah says on the last day you can't do malacha, is mashma the all days in between you could do malacha. So I don't need the extra letter to tell us that Harishain, to tell us that also Chol Hamoed you can't do Chol Hamoed you can do malacha. That's the Pasuk and Pasuk. On the first day you can't do malacha, and then the 8th day you can't do malacha, and that's it. How can you tell me that we need the extra hay to teach us the Chol Hamoed is Chol Hamoed is mutzim malacha? We know that already. That's the Pasuk and Pasuk. So the Gemara, no, it's not so pashut. It's not. If I read the pasuk, b'yom harishon Shabbasin, then the first day you shouldn't work. B'yom hashmini Shabbasin, I wouldn't know that Chol Hamoed is also is mutzim malach. Why? Because how could I read the pasuk like this? Hell, the pasuk rachmana uvayom harishon, uvayom hashmini. Since the Torah doesn't say b'yom harishon on the 8th day, b'yom harishon on the first day, b'yom hashmini on the 8th day, don't malach. The way the Torah writes it is Uvayem Hashmini, and on the 8th day. If we read the pasuk Bayem Harishain Shabbasin, so it means you can't do malach on the first day. And then Uvayem Hashmini, when it's and on the 8th day, it's mashma all the days until the 8th day Vav meisif al in your addition. Vav is a vav meisif, is adding. So it's not telling us that don't do malach on the first day and don't do malach on the 8th day. When it says uvayem hashmini, I can read the pasuk that on the first day don't do malach and also on the 8th day don't do malach. Why and also? Because until the 8th day don't do malach, including the 8th day. And then that would mean that cholamed is also us. And that's why the extra hay to teach us that the hay tells us that cholamed is mutter. Fine. Okay, so the question is why you have. Okay, so we answer by Pesach. Have extra hay to teach us that the extra hay to teach us that you have to burn chametz on every Pesach. Why do you have extra hay by Sukkot? Because the cholamed to teach us you can do malach. Says the Gemara. If the Torah said extra hay by cholamed to teach us you can't do malach, because why do you have to warn us? Because it says uvayem arishin. It's very simple. Why did the pasuk make problems to begin with, and then the problem has to solve them with extra hay? Instead of the Torah first telling us that bayem arishin don't do malacha, and then the terminology the Torah uses is uvayem mashmin and on the 8th day, which is mashma also chalamed is aser, and then I need the special hay to tell us that bayem chalamed is mutter. Don't say anything. Don't say uvayem mashmini, and don't say extra hay, and that's it. Yeah. Don't say Torah shouldn't say anything. Don't make problems and to solve them. Don't make any problems. Don't say uvayim mashmini, and then I won't need extra hay. Why did the Torah make in the chatzila that first Torah made a havamina that I would think chalamed is us, and then Torah has to say the chalamed is mutter. Don't tell us anything. Say the pasuk time pasuk bayem arishin, and instead of saying uvayim mashmini, say bayem mashmini. So another question is hasam regarding isum malach on Pesach. It says say bayem arishin mikrakedish yelachem. It says regarding Malach on Pesach that bayem arishim mikakedesh yelachem. So we finish the sukkah, going back to Pesach. Pesach starts on the first day mikakedesh yelachem, meaning it's us to do Malach on Pesach. And regarding the first day of Malach on Pesach, it doesn't say harishin. Rishin mikana mashma. Meaning, would I say the Torah that since it doesn't say harishin, so it's not coming to my chalamed or anything. It says bayem rishin, and we said before that rishin stam means the first day. It means even on Arab, the Arab of that day. So maybe the mikala mashma is mashma even the day before Pesach, which would be stop doing malach. When you got to Pesach, stop doing malach. Yeah, just to retract. We said by Pesach it says rishin doesn't have to be the first. So we asked the guy by Sukkot, what do you mean? Sukkot Rishon means the first. So we said the guy by Pesach it says Harishin. So usually when we say the guy by Sukkot says it says Harishin. If it says Harishin, it's coming to include something, so it means either Erev Pesach. It means the Erev of that day. Then we went back to say that the by Sukkot also it doesn't say, but Sukkot also says Harishin. So we're saying over here that in Erev Pesach it doesn't say Harishin. It says Bayem Rishon. We said Rishon stam also mean Erev Pesach. So why does this mean? Why do we stop doing malacha on Erev Pesach? On Pesach we stop doing malacha Erev Pesach. So this whole Rishon Harishin thing, it's not clear. We're coming proofs from here because we see that side by Sukkot says Harishin, side by Pesach says Harishin, and there's and even Pesach Gufa. Sometimes it says Harishin, sometimes it says Rishon. So we can't bring a proof from here to divide and say that Erev Pesach is mutter and Erev Pesach is us, because otherwise you have problems. Because in Pesach Guf you have a contradiction between doing Malach on Pesach, which only starts from Pesach, and then you're telling me that Chametz starts in Erev Pesach, and in Sukkot, and then you have problems with Sukkot. So Allah, Hani Shleish Rishon, don't bring a proof from here. The reason why it says in Torah Rishon is is to teach us. It says 3 times in Torah Rishon. It says the Gabi Isam Malach on Pesach, Bayim Rishon, Mikra Kedesh. It says the Gabi Isam Malach of Sukkot, that Rishon Shabbasin, and then it says another time we got to be taking Dal Minim. It's a B'yem Rishon or Kachan Lachem B'yem Rishon. We need these Rishon to teach us for the word Bishmal taught. In Bishmal they taught like this: the Tanur Bishmal is Chal Shleish Rishon. In the merit of the 3 times it says in Torah 3 mitzvahs that it mentions the word Rishon. Zacho L'Shleisha Rishon. The Yidden was to 3 things that were Rishon. What are the 3 things that are Rishon? The first thing is that we won over the descendants of Esau, which is Adam. The second thing is the Mikdash, to build this. The third thing was the Shmei Shel Mashiach. What are the connection between these 3 things and Esau and Rishon? To destroy the sense of Esav. The Chsev says in Pesachim, says that Esav was the first. So because we kept the mitzvah, one of the mitzvahs that said Rishon, either Pesach or whatever it was, one of these three mitzvahs. So therefore, to get rid of Esav, which Esav was also called the first, which he corresponds to. He corresponds to one of the mitzvahs that we kept, which were called Rishon. The second thing will be in Beis Hamikdash, the Chsev Kisei Kaved Marim Merishain Makim Midashenu. Said the Beis Hamikdash is also called Rishon. Says the Ebsh's Merishain Makim Midashenu. And the third thing is the Shmei Shel Mashiach. The Chsev Rishon Letzion Hinam Hine Hinam. It says that because Mashiach is Rishon Letzion. He's the first of the. So that's why the Israeli rabbi, the Israeli chief rabbi stole the term Rishon Letzion. But it goes in Mashiach. The Mashiach is called Rishon Letzion. So if we're going to the three things, the three mitzvahs that were called Rishon, we have Rishon. So in other words, basically the Gemara is going back and saying we're coming to prove from all these that which says Rishon, because it's very contradicting. So therefore, we connect the fact and Torah says Rishon, that all these three things is to teach us something that Rabbi Shmuel said, that because of these three mitzvahs, we were zeicha to Rishon. Says the Gemara, so now we have to find another limud that you have to burn chametz on Erev Pesach. Rabbi said like this: Mehacha, I have a proof, because it says in Pasuk, Le'sishchat al chametz dam siv zivchi. It says the guy b'korban Pesach that a person should not shech the korban Pesach when he has chametz. Le'sishchat al chametz dam zivchi. Dam zivchi goes on the korban, and it says le'sishchat al chametz. Don't shech the korban when you have chametz. Le'sishchat al Pesach v'dayin chametz kaim. Don't shech chametz when chametz. Don't shech the korban Pesach if you have chametz. When do we shech the korban Pesach? From chatzos. So here's a marker that since it says they have to shech the korban Pesach by chatzos, and you can't shech the korban when you have chametz, mashma you have to get rid of the chametz by chatzos. Says the Gemara, who said there's a general time to shech the general time to get rid of the chametz chatzos? Maybe when everyone shechs, like there's a few hours after chatzos to shech the korban Pesach. So maybe when before everyone, it's a specific commandment, specific mitzvah to each person. When he shech the korban Pesach, make sure you don't have any chametz. Why is that general time that no one can have chametz after chatzos? Torah said l'sishcha means the time that you can start shechting. The time you can start shechting chatzos. So it's a general rule that you can't shech chametz. You can't have chametz after chatzos. We can bring a proof for which that we should have said that the marker is from korban Pesach. It says in Pasuk it says on the first day you should get rid of chametz from your house. The Bryce asks, is it on Yom Tov you have to get rid of chametz or on Erev Yom Tov? I have a pasuk that teaches us chametz adam zivchi. Don't shech chametz when you have blood. Don't shech korban Pesach when you have chametz. Pesach chametz kaim. Even the Shmuel says don't shech chametz when I have. Don't shech Pesach when you have chametz on your house, which is a general thing. And that's the market according to Shmuel, that you cannot eat chametz after chatzos, because since you have to shech korban Pesach by chatzos, and you can't shech korban Pesach when you have chametz, so therefore you cannot have chametz until from chatzos on. That is Rabbi Shmuel's. Rabbi Kiva brings a different market. Ain't it tzarich? I don't need to bring a proof from korban Pesach, because why? Because I have a proof from I have a proof from Pesach from chametz itself, because the proof of Rabbi Shmuel is a proof which is an indirect proof. It basically is a proof from korban Pesach, and korban Pesach technically doesn't work when you have chametz, and korban Pesach technically works from chatzos. So therefore, chametz has to be stopped from chatzos. Rabbi Kiva says I have a proof from chametz itself, because it says in Pasuk it says you have to burn chametz in the first day of Pesach. Okay, there's another passage which contradicts this. It says, don't do any malacha. Yeah, the Gemara is going to go into and discussion what does it even mean exactly. Don't do any malacha, because we know we could cook on Pesach, but the maskana is you cannot do a malacha on Pesach on Yom Tov, which is not needed for the Yom Tov. So chametz is not cooking, so therefore it's aser, and therefore you can't burn chametz on Pesach. Burning chametz is the malacha in Torah. So Torah can't tell to burn chametz if burning is also on Yom Tov, Shabbos Yom Tov. Elamai, when Torah tells to burn the chametz, doesn't mean to burn on Yom Tov. It means to burn erev Yom Tov. A third marker, Rabbi says, I don't even have to come to the proof of Rabbi Akiva. Because why? Hariyayim says in pasuk, Ach bayem arishain tashbisu seim ratechem. You have to burn chametz on the first day. Mi erev Yom Tov, ayin ela b'Yom Tov. Do you have to burn it on Yom Tov itself or an erev Yom Tov? Tamoleimar ach lachalik, ach chilik, ach divides. Meaning, when you say ach, it's come to tell you that you have to burn chametz on erev Yom Tov. He learns the ach from the word ach. So we know, okay. So Rabbi says, from the fact that it says ach, it means that, like we said before, ach means half a day is mutter. So where do we find that half a day is mutter and chametz? Is half a day of Yom Tov the first day of Yom Tov mutter? We learned before. Getting rid of chametz is mokesh to eating chametz. But achilas chametz, achilas matzah. And eating chametz is mokesh to eating matzah. We can't eat matzah when we have chametz. So we know already that on the whole first day of Pesach, even starting from night, you can't eat chametz. So where does this ach chilik? This word ach, what do we do with it? If ach means that half a day is mutter, there's no other day of the year that half a day is mutter. It can't be speaking about the first day of Pesach, because the first day of Pesach, the whole day is mutter. The whole day is us. So it must be speaking about the Erev Pesach. The Erev Pesach, half a day is mutter, and half a day it's aser, and you have to burn chametz by chatzos on Erev Pesach. Okay, so I'm going to stop over here. It's right at the bottom, the last word of Daf Hey Amud Aleph. And tomorrow, we're going to go into more discussion in detail of the different limudim of why you have to burn chametz by chatzos. Have a good night and a friendly Chanukah.